这次要介绍的开源项目是 OpenVoice。在使用 OpenVoice 之后，我就打算把它作为我以后视频的配音。首先，我们先来了解一下整个语音的生成流程。首先，第一步，你要给它一个朗读文本，然后 TTS 模型主要负责是语言生成，包括语速、停顿、情感和表达方式，生成基础语言。OpenVoice 接收这段语言呢，不改变内容，只是重新塑造声纹特征，让它变成目标说话人的声音，最后得到配音。TTS 模型呢，主要消耗的是 GPU 的能力。我的硬件是4060 8G，我觉得已经够用了。当然，在后面的配音当中呢，发现一个小问题，就是我是一段一段配音的。配音合成的过程当中呢，会听到有一些小瑕疵，但是我觉得已经够用了。当然，这个整个流程呢都是 AI 自动化的，只需要给它一段开源项目的 URL，它就可以直接生成最终的视频。那这次呢，我也踩了一些坑，然后在这边也总结一下。踩坑的地方主要是在 TTS 模型这块儿。OpenVoice 自带的 TTS 模型呢是 Mola 对中文的支持不是很好，总是会吞掉一些字，所以我就把它 pass 掉了。CozyWise 呢，在我的电脑上跑不起来，所以这个我也没有用。Edge 和 Google 呢，发音都很标准，但是就听得非常有 AI 的味道，所以我也没有用。最后呢，就使用的 Fish 配合 OpenVoice 呢，就生成了语音，我感觉和本人是结合的非常好，所以呢，最后就选择了这个 TTS 模型。还有一个 OpenVoice 的一个训练过程，一开始呢，你要给它一段录音，1到3分钟是最佳的。我给了它100秒的我个人的录音，最后的效果呢也非常好。接下来呢，就看一下 OpenVoice 是一个什么样的项目。视频最后呢，还有一段用我的声音生成的日语，算是小花絮吧。
Maya Chen is an independent food blogger with 200,000 YouTube subscribers. Every frame of her videos is the result of late nights filming alone and the editing until dawn. More and more Spanish comments flooded in Sit's fans asking why there was no Spanish version. That moment she realized language was the last wall between her and a much bigger world. One email changed everything. A well-known food brand offered Maya Chen a $1,000 sponsorship sus condition. Deliver a Spanish dubbed video within 48 hours. She contacted 3 dubbing agencies. Quotes ranged from $280 to $320 for a month of equipment rental. Worse, finding the right voice actor would take 3 to 5 days. Time was simply not enough. She stared at that email, finger hovering over the reply button. The same technology can be a weapon for fraud or wings for a creator. What matters is who uses it and how. If Maya Chen had a tool that could speak any language in her own voice assist, and the whole process took just a few minutes to put that tool is OpenVoice, developed jointly by MIT and MyShell AI. It is an open source instant voice cloning system with just a few seconds of reference audio. It extracts the speaker's tone characteristics and synthesize speech in any text, any language, channel, zero shot, no retraining, no large recordings required. The project has earned over 36,900 stars on GitHub, released under the MIT license for free commercial and research use. OpenVoice operates in two decoupled stages. In the first, a pre-trained base TTS model converts text to speech, controlling pronunciation style and rhythm. The second stage is where the magic happens. The tone color converter extracts a speaker embedding from the reference audio, then re-renders the stage 1 audio conditioned on that embedding, like transplanting one person's vocal identity onto any speech. Content and voice identity are fully independent. One of OpenVoice's most distinctive capabilities is zero-shot cross-lingual cloning. Traditional voice cloning systems require large amounts of target language recordings for training. OpenVoice fully decouples content synthesis from tone color extraction, as single voice model can be applied to any language present in the training data. Chinese, English, French, Japanese, Korean, sets your voice can speak to the world. Open Voice also ships with two practical design choices. First, style parameters like emotion, pace, and rhythm can be tuned independently in the base model without affecting the tone color transfer. Second, every generated audio embeds an invisible watermark at the signal level, so meaning if the audio is misused, it can be traced back to its source. This open source project doesn't sidestep the ethics question. It builds in accountability by design. OpenVoice has two production versions. V4 released in November 2021 supports English and Chinese synthesis. VR released in April 2023 expands native support to 6 languages: English, Spanish, French, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, using Melode as the synthesis backbone for significantly improved audio quality. For multilingual dubbing projects, V2 is the clear choice. Open source, ready to use, free for commercial use. That is OpenVoice. It's an open source project bringing voice cloning from research labs into the hands of independent creators. If you want to try it yourself, the repo is at github.com/myshell AI. ルミテが知りすぎることを恐れた者は壁を築いた。世界を隔てれば世界を支配できると信じて、しかし、陽の光を拒む者が最後に閉じ込めるのは自分自身なのだ。